For decades, we have been told that vegetables are unequivocally good for us, especially in the fight against cancer. This belief is deeply ingrained in our health consciousness, a cornerstone of dietary advice. But what if this widely accepted truth, this conventional wisdom, isn't as scientifically robust as we've been led to believe? Today, we challenge this very notion. We will dissect the scientific basis of these claims, urging you to reconsider your understanding of nutrition and its profound impact on health. This isn't about dismissing vegetables entirely, but about critically examining the evidence. Millions base their dietary choices and health strategies on these studies, making this discussion incredibly important. It's time to look beyond the headlines and delve into the complexities of nutritional science. Prepare to question what you thought you knew. Our core argument today dissects the inherent flaws often found in nutrition research. A fundamental issue lies in the crucial distinction between correlation and causation. Observing two things happening together does not mean one causes the other. This principle, that correlation does not equal causation, is often overlooked in health reporting. It's a critical concept that can dramatically alter our interpretation of scientific findings. Without understanding this, we risk drawing incorrect conclusions about our health. Consider a thought experiment involving identical twins. If one twin consistently eats more vegetables and lives longer, while the other eats fewer and lives a shorter life, what can we truly conclude? We might observe an association, but countless other lifestyle factors could be at play. The limitations of survey data, often used in nutrition studies, further complicate matters. Relying on self-reported food intake is notoriously inaccurate and prone to recall bias. People often misremember or underreport what they eat, making precise analysis difficult. Observing an association, such as higher vegetable consumption correlating with lower cancer rates, is a common finding. However, this association does not automatically prove that vegetables cause cancer prevention. Many other variables could be responsible for the observed link. Therefore, simply seeing a correlation does not mean vegetables are the direct cause of cancer prevention. It merely suggests a relationship that requires much deeper, more controlled investigation to establish causality. This distinction is paramount in scientific understanding. Moving beyond correlation, let's challenge the notion that vegetables are inherently essential for human health. While they contain beneficial compounds, their role as a primary source of essential nutrients is often overstated. Our bodies require specific building blocks. The complexities in nutrient absorption are often underestimated. Not all nutrients present in a food are readily available for the body to use. Bioavailability varies greatly depending on the food matrix and individual digestive capabilities. Take beta-carotene, for example, often touted as a precursor to vitamin A. The conversion of beta-carotene to active vitamin A is highly inefficient in many individuals, particularly those with certain genetic variations. Relying solely on plant sources for vitamin A can lead to deficiencies. Furthermore, vegetables contain various anti-nutrients, compounds that can interfere with the absorption of essential minerals and vitamins. Oxalates, phytates, and lectins are common examples found in many plant foods. These can bind to minerals, making them unavailable. Our bodies primarily derive essential nutrients from amino acids, the building blocks of protein. These are crucial for tissue repair, enzyme production, and countless physiological processes. High-quality protein sources are indispensable for health. Similarly, essential nutrients primarily come from fatty acids. Omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids are vital for brain function, hormone production, and inflammation regulation. These must be obtained from the diet, as the body cannot synthesize them. Crucially, essential nutrients do not come from carbohydrates. While carbohydrates provide energy, they are not considered essential in the same way proteins and fats are. The body can produce glucose from other macronutrients through gluconeogenesis. When considering true nutrient density, foods like liver and oysters stand out. These animal-based foods offer a complete spectrum of highly bioavailable vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids, often in concentrations far exceeding plant sources. This highlights a different perspective on nutritional value. Now let's delve into the metabolic aspects of cancer, a perspective that is gaining increasing recognition. This approach views cancer not just as a genetic disease, but fundamentally as a metabolic dysfunction. Understanding this shift is crucial. This understanding largely stems from the groundbreaking research of Otto Warburg in the early 20th century. He observed a peculiar metabolic characteristic of cancer cells, a phenomenon that defied conventional wisdom at the time. His work laid a critical foundation. Warburg discovered that cancer cells often exhibit a unique metabolic signature, now known as the Warburg effect. Even in the presence of ample oxygen, these cells preferentially ferment glucose for energy, a less efficient process than oxidative phosphorylation. This is a hallmark of many cancers. This means cancer cells often rely heavily on glucose for fuel, consuming it at a much higher rate than healthy cells. This metabolic reprogramming allows them to proliferate rapidly, even in suboptimal conditions. It's a key vulnerability. Beyond glucose, cancer cells also frequently rely on glutamine for fuel. Glutamine provides nitrogen for nucleotide synthesis and carbon for energy production, supporting the rapid growth and division characteristic of malignant cells. It's another critical metabolic pathway. This metabolic shift in cancer highlights significant mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell, are often compromised in cancer cells, forcing them to rely on less efficient anaerobic pathways for energy. This cellular damage is central to the disease. Imagine cells consuming sugar at an accelerated pace, bypassing the normal efficient energy production pathways. This metabolic frenzy fuels uncontrolled growth, distinguishing cancer cells from their healthy counterparts. It's a fundamental difference in energy utilization. We acknowledge that mainstream medical advice consistently promotes vegetables for cancer prevention. This recommendation is widespread, appearing in countless health guidelines and public health campaigns. It's a deeply ingrained message. However, a critical examination of the evidence suggests that the strength of this claim may be weaker than commonly believed. Much of the supporting research relies on observational studies, which, as we've discussed, cannot establish causation. We need to scrutinize the data more closely. This critical perspective opens the door to exploring alternative approaches and metabolic therapies in cancer research. Strategies like ketogenic diets, therapeutic fasting, and low-glucose diets are being investigated for their potential to starve cancer cells by targeting their metabolic vulnerabilities. These are promising avenues. In summary, our discussion today highlights several concise takeaways. Firstly, nutrition studies are often flawed, particularly due to the challenges of establishing causation from correlation. We must approach dietary recommendations with a critical eye. Secondly, the notion that vegetables are necessarily essential for human health, especially as primary sources of all vital nutrients, warrants re-evaluation. Our bodies require specific essential amino acids and fatty acids, which are not found in carbohydrates. Thirdly, cancer is fundamentally a metabolic disease, not solely a genetic one. Otto Warburg's insights into the unique energy metabolism of cancer cells provide a powerful framework for understanding and potentially treating the disease. This metabolic perspective is transformative. Finally, cancer is not solely a genetic disease. While genetic mutations play a role, the metabolic environment of the cell significantly influences cancer initiation and progression. Targeting metabolism offers new therapeutic avenues. We invite you to share your opinions and insights in the comments below. What are your thoughts on these challenging perspectives? Your engagement fuels further discussion and critical thinking. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, please consider subscribing for our follow-up video. We will continue to explore other misunderstood nutrition myths, delving deeper into the science behind common dietary beliefs. Join us as we uncover more truths.